Hello Miss and welcome to my video. My name is Florencia Fuica and today I will share a reflective overview of my teaching experience during my advanced practicum at Colegio San Ignacio de Antioquia. The focus of this video is to analyze three key aspects of this experience. First, I will say the initial diagnosis of the students' needs. Second, the planning and implementation of strategies to address these needs. And in third place, my reflections on this process as both an educator and also a specialist in teaching English as a foreign language. This experience allowed me to address significant learning challenges while fostering creativity and collaboration among students. By combining innovative teaching methods with traditional approaches, I was able to create a meaningful and inclusive learning environment. So let's dive into each aspect, starting with the diagnosis. The name of the school is Colegio San Ignacio de Antioquia, as I said before. It's a subsidized school with a scientific humanist orientation and a focus on values like respect and collaborative work. The identified need that I could see is that students have a low level of English across two skills that are writing and speaking. This is a 6th grade. The specific difficulties in grammar, using correct structures, were very difficult to overcome, and they had a limited vocabulary, which affect both oral and written communication. And at that level, students must produce coherent texts using a variety of vocabulary and correct structures with a meaningful context. So that must be addressed by my lesson. So in the second part, I would talk about the planning and implementation. My lesson objective was to create a poster about an animal, focusing on its characteristics, such as diet and habitat, using questions with the use of do and does. In the planning stage, the materials and resources that students were able to use were templates, visuals, audiovisuals equipment, and digital platforms such as Canva and Google Slides. The teaching strategies that I used were project-based learning to foster creativity and collaborative work, and also I used a lot of examples, scaffolding to teach grammatical structures and ensure comprehension. Well, obviously any class could have problems, but also there is a solution for everything. So for example, I had a confusion between negative and interrogative forms from my students. So what I did is that I practiced a lot with them and guided them in every class. And also I had some students that were insecure in participating, so I fostered a supportive environment and praised effort over accuracy, and that was very meaningful for them. So the implementation were activities structured in phases: the warm-up, research, creation, and the review, and the constant monitoring and feedback from myself and my classmate Sebastian. Finally, my reflection as an educator and a specialist, I would say that I observed a lot of active participation from students in sharing personal interests related to the topic. So for example, they were able to choose what animal they want to talk about, and they were very active to express what they thought about it. And they had a lot of improvement in understanding and using basic vocabulary and grammatical structures. And also something that was really important to me is that they had an improvement in understanding and using basic vocabulary and grammatical structures. So my personal reflection is that this experience has reinforced the importance of combining traditional, also innovative methods to address specific needs. And I appreciate that there has to be an inclusive teaching that responds to individual characteristics and builds confidence in learning language. So as a professional projection, I would say that I would integrate more digital tools and practical approaches to maximize effectiveness and maintain students' interest. I want to conclude this video by saying that it's really important to identify educational needs. We need to plan strategically and implement effective methods that positively impact the students, also our development as a teacher. I think that if we combine both, we are going to be the change that students need in a long term. If they search for something different, we need to be that, and we need to support any student with each characteristic, because they are all different and they all learn differently. So I think if we think about everything, we are going to be the change that students need. And that could be my video. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye bye.